Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing very well along with your family. In this video, we are going to discuss about day 1 of our 3-day Yellowstone National Park visit. Hope it will help you to plan your Yellowstone trip, so let's get started. Yellowstone National Park is America's first national park and a natural wonderland. It is home to some of the world's most impressive geothermal features and wildlife. The park is located mostly in Wyoming, but also extends into Montana and Idaho. This park, having more than 500 active geysers, hot springs, about 290 waterfalls, vast canyon, flowing rivers, and dense forests. There are many different animal species, including bison, wolves, coyotes, elk, antelope, and bears. Yellowstone is enormous in size, so it is difficult to explore each and every corner of this park. But we feel 3 days is the perfect amount of time to see the highlights of this park without feeling rushed. This video focus on day 1 where we entered through west entrance, stopping at Fountain Paint Pots, Grand Prismatic, Biscuit Basin, Black Sand Basin, and finally checking off seeing Old Faithful eruption. So let's get started. The first spot we stopped in the early morning is Madison Amphitheater. It is a unique outdoor venue nested within the stunning landscape of the park. It offers a space for all the visitors to enjoy live performances, events, and gatherings in a natural and picturesque settings, creating a memorable experience for all who attend. After this, we took the Firehole Canyon Drive to reach the Firehole Falls. It is a one-way drive that runs for about 2 miles with beautiful riverside drive. The scenic drive offers stunning views of the river and the surrounding canyon, as well as easy access to the falls. But keep in mind, Firehole Canyon Drive is narrow and winding road, so drive slowly, be mindful of other vehicles, especially during peak tourist seasons, and also careful about the fallen rocks. Once you reach near the fall, park and see the beautiful Firehole Falls. It has a drop of about 40 feet. The best time to visit is during the summer and early fall when the road is open and the weather is also favorable. From here, back to Grand Loop Road again, and after approximately 1 mile of drive, we took a right-hand side turn onto Fountain Flat Drive and reached to Maiden Grave Spring. This is our first stop in Yellowstone geothermal features. This area around Maiden Grave Spring is picturesque, offering a serene start to our journey of exploring Yellowstone geothermal features. From here, we headed towards the Fountain Paint Pot parking lot. It is a part of park's lower geyser basin and is known for its colorful mud pots, hot springs, and geysers that are expressions of Yellowstone's still active volcano. The area gets its name from the vibrant colors of the mud, which are caused by the varying oxidation states of the iron in the swell. You can see all 4 of the park's hydrothermal features in one trail. The 4 things are mud pots, geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles. Each of the different types are spread out around the park, so being able to see all of them in one trail is very impressive. The trail is higher up than the road, so you can get some great views out into the Yellowstone landscape from here as well. There are several geysers in this area, including Cliffcenter Geyser, which erupts almost continuously. Next, we were headed to Midway Geyser Basin. This is probably the second most famous in the park after Old Faithful area because it has the Grand Prismatic Spring. It is the largest hot spring in the United States and third largest in the world. But one thing we should share about the Grand Prismatic parking lot that it is notoriously difficult to park here, especially after 10 or 11 am. We need to be in the line waited for our turn. So it took us almost 20 minutes to park, which was not too bad, but it's definitely busy. You can park along the side of the road, but it's a long walk if you have to do that. The actual one-way boardwalk here is about quarter of the mile round trip. Here you can see 4 geysers. First, you will see the stunning blue-colored Excelsior geyser and then the Grand Prismatic. But when you are walking along the Grand Prismatic, you actually can't see it too well just because it's so large and so flat. All the way back to the parking lot, we saw few more hydrothermal features like Opal Pool and Turquoise Pool. This is Grand Prismatic Overlook Point. For us, seeing Grand Prismatic from the overlook is one of the most iconic national park views in the United States. So it's definitely the best way to see in our opinion. Our next stop was Biscuit Basin. It is known for its colorful hot spring and geysers, including the Jewel Geyser and the Sapphire Pool. The name Biscuit Basin originates from the biscuit-like formation that used to surround Sapphire Pool. Along the boardwalk, we encountered the mesmerizing Black Opal Pool, Shell Spring, Avoca Spring, and other lesser-known geothermal features. Each pool and the geyser offer a unique glimpse into Yellowstone's volcanic past and ongoing geothermal activity. If you are planning a trip to Yellowstone National Park, then don't miss out this hidden gem. Next, we drove into one of the Yellowstone's most intriguing thermal areas, Black Sand Basin. As we stepped into Black Sand Basin, we are greeted by the landscape unlike any other in Yellowstone. The basin gets its name from the black volcanic sand that surrounds some of its thermal features. Our first stop was the stunning Emerald Pool. Moving along the boardwalk, we came across Green Spring, Sunset Lake, and others. Witnessed the dramatic eruption of Cliff Geyser, shooting water high into the air against a backdrop of stream and colorful bacterial mats. Our next stop was the legendary Old Faithful Geyser. Old Faithful Geyser got its unique name in the 19th century because its eruption was so regular and predictable. Therefore, it's old and faithful. Erupting approximately every 60 to 90 minutes, it is one of the most predictable geysers in the world. Old Faithful shoots boiling water up to 180 feet into the air. It's truly a sight to behold. Actually, the heat driving Old Faithful's eruption comes from the magma located deep beneath Yellowstone. We will provide the Yellowstone National Park official site link in the description box to check latest geyser eruption prediction. So, if you never seen Old Faithful before, it's definitely a bucket list item to do. Once we watched Old Faithful eruption, we stopped at Old Faithful Inn. This is an incredible place that was built in 1903 and it's one of the largest wooden log structure in the world. To stay here, you have to book your reservation at least 1 year before. If not, then also we can visit here and grab something to eat, take rest and check the next geyser eruption. Considering there is no other real options, it is a nice spot for buying something to eat in the park. If you would like to see Old Faithful eruption from different angle, then you need to see it from observation point. There is a 1 mile round trip trail that goes up a steep hill to a viewpoint. After we finished watching Old Faithful Inn, we have walked to the Upper Geyser Basin. The Upper Geyser Basin is home to highest collection of geysers in the world, maybe more than 100. While most of the geysers here are not very predictable, you just have to get lucky to see them erupt. But there are few that can be predicted throughout the day, like Daisy Geyser, Grand Geysers, etc. They are not like Old Faithful. Most of them are predicted with plus minus an hour or two window. So if you want to see them, then you may have to sit for an hour for a chance. There is an elevated boardwalk, and if you want to do the entire thing from Old Faithful and back, it's about 3.5 miles round trip. On this trail, we have seen this cute animal. Not sure what it is, but it came out of nowhere and then vanished into the woods. If you know its name, please type in the comment section. Our last stop in the Upper Geyser Basin was at Morning Glory Pool. You mean, how do you even describe this one? It's so full of color and beautiful, you must see it with your own eyes. Once it was renowned for its brilliant blue color due to mineral deposit and thermophilic bacteria present in the water. However, this pool soon became victim of vandalism. Over the years, visitors have been treating this Morning Glory Pool as a wishing pool, throwing coins, trash, logs and rocks into the pool. These trashes clogged it and altered its appearance. Even without watching any of the other eruptions though, this is definitely an area that's well worth exploring. There are so many geysers that you can stop and see, and every single one of them looks unique and different than the others. Drive on the main road and you will see Kepler Cascade here, which is another nice waterfall. You will have an observation deck platform that you can look down upon the whole river and waterfall. This one is quite bigger than the next two waterfalls, Moose and the Louis Fall. As we approach Louis Fall, we are greeted by the soothing sound of rushing water and the breathtaking sights of cascading falls. This waterfall offers a glimpse into Yellowstone's rich natural heritage. If you drive along the main road towards the south entrance, you will see the board for Moose Falls. It is a small waterfall. You can just pull over, walk about 1 or 2 minutes, and you will see a small waterfall. As our day 1 in Yellowstone draws to close, we drive back out of this park to our accommodation via west entrance. We have barely scratched the surface of the wonders this place has to offer. From the iconic geysers to the tranquil waterfalls, each corner of this park holds stories of geological marvels and natural beauty. Join us in our next video of day 2 as we continue our exploration into the hearts of Yellowstone. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out our next adventure. Until then, remember to cherish and protect our natural treasures. Happy exploring and stay safe. Bye bye.